Welcome back to English with Jonny. Now today, before we begin, I want to have a look at two of the most commonly mispronounced words for English learners. These words are photographer and photography. Now, most people learning English will say photography and photographer, deriving the stress from the word photo. That's wrong. They aren't pronounced photographer or photography, they are pronounced photographer, photography. And incidentally, that's the topic for today, photos. So let's jump straight in. Now the first question in this topic is, do you like to take photos? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I consider it to be a real hobby of mine. I'm not a professional photographer or anything. I'm an amateur at best, but I do have a lot of fun doing it. To be honest, I really hate the whole concept of taking photos nowadays. In the past, they were something special. You would take one or two to remember a really special event or occasion. Nowadays, though, people are just shoving phones in each other's faces, taking selfies, so much so that nobody really enjoys themselves anymore or lives in the moment. They're too busy taking photos, and I just don't agree with that. The next question is, do you like to take photos yourself, or do you prefer other people to take photos of you? Oh, without a doubt, I need to be the one taking the picture. I'm a bit of a control freak. I need to be able to manage the lighting, the angles, and make it all exactly as I want it to be. Otherwise, the picture will really end up bugging me. I absolutely hate it when somebody takes photos of me. I always end up looking like some horrible, grotesque creature. Maybe I'm just not that photogenic, but at least if I take the photos, I can alleviate some of the damage. The question after that will be, how often do you take photos? Well, as I've mentioned before, I'm not really into photography, so something has to be pretty extraordinary for me to warrant taking my phone out and capturing a shot. Well, I'm a bit of a photography enthusiast, and thanks to the portability and decent camera on my smartphone, I end up taking pictures of pretty much everything. From cute dogs in the street to stormy skies, I just never want to miss an opportunity for a good photo. Well, I only really bust out the camera for particularly memorable occasions, such as a graduation or an important birthday. You know, those really special events which you want to create a physical memento of, that you can look back on in years to come. The last question will be, how do you keep your photos? Well, like most people these days, I've switched to storing my photos digitally, because it's much more convenient than going to a shop to get a film developed. However, I do get a bit of anxiety worrying about whether my computer or phone will crash, as I'd end up losing a lot of precious photos, and so maybe I should start backing them up on a cloud service or something like that. Well, although most of my photos are kept on my phone, I do have a pretty cool instant camera which takes Polaroids. They're small enough to keep in my wallet, so I can carry them around everywhere with me. So I keep, a few precious photos of my family in my wallet, but aside from that, I'm digital only. Well, actually, I'm a bit old-fashioned when it comes to storing photos. I have a photo album which is organised chronologically. I just find that more special than storing files on a phone or computer. And also, I think it will be something really cool to pass down to my children one day. So that brings us to the end of the video. Now remember, photographer, photography. Learning those pronunciations will really set you apart from other English learners. And if you liked the video, make sure to share it and show some support. And if you have any recommendations for future videos you would like to see, put it down in the comments and I'll try and get something done for you.